Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the final paycheck budget for the month of May. We had 5 paychecks because it's a golden month. For me, a golden month just means we get an extra payday since we are paid weekly. I'm going to jump into what we spent, I think, first before No, you know what? I'm going to update my expense tracker first. So usually on payday, the first thing I need to do is make sure my expense tracker is up to date with exactly how much money is left in the account, including what we were paid. Basically, I pay myself, or me and my husband, we pay ourselves a portion of whatever income comes in. We don't use all of it because we like to keep money in our joint account for any incidentals. And we don't budget that money, we just use it if we need to. It's sort of like an emergency fund in that checking account. So for anybody who is wondering, because I did get a couple of questions and I think it's kind of unclear how I manage the money. So if my husband gets a direct deposit from his job, well, let's say $1,500, I'm not using all $1,500. I'm only going to use a portion. And then the portion that we use from his income, whatever on top of that, whatever I bring in that's additional, I may or may not use it. I choose to based on what's going on at the time. And it's just how it's been working for us, so we're still doing that. Okay? So when I last closed out my expenses and for the checking account last week, we were at $154.14. So I need to fill in everything that's happened since then, and I might not be able to do that because I don't have any more space. So I'm going to try to condense everything. And then we had a deposit, which is basically our budget for this paycheck, on the 28th, and the deposit was for $1,000. I believe that's what I budgeted for. So after the $154.14 plus 1,000, that brought us to $1154.14. Now, after that, Fidelity took its $25 for my investing. Capital One took $45.40 because I paid that towards our credit card bill. And then we had a few other transactions. So I'm counting on my screen, on my computer screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more transactions, and I only have 1, 2, 3 more lines. But I'm going to write down at the bottom here because this is the last budget by paycheck of the month anyway, and so I'm just going to try to group everything together. So the first thing is Fidelity took $25, and so we'll call that investing. And that came from Fidelity. And that happened on the 28th. The next thing was the $45.40 came out from the Quicksilver credit card. So that was a payment. And I'll write that was Quicksilver. It's hard to write at the bottom for me because of the way I hold my pen. Then $5.60 was deposited. And that was from Amazon KDP, I believe. Yeah, KDP. I sell books on Amazon, like this one I'm using, and like this notebook I talked about in one of my previous videos, and I have a bunch of other stuff that I sell on Amazon. So I earned $5.60. So I'm going to count that as income. That was a deposit, and it was directly from Amazon Inc. And that happened on May 29th. So $1154.14 minus 25 left us with $1129.14 minus $45.40 left us with $1,083.74. And then we add the $5.60 that brought us back up to $1,089.34. And after that, Robinhood took out $25, so I'm just going to write that here and pretend there's a line here. And that was for investing, and that was Robinhood. I might just draw the line in after. Okay, so let's just do this. Sort of works. Okay, Robinhood. Then $40 was a withdrawal from ATM. So I went to, oops, that's so crooked. But anyway, I went to wash the car. And the day I went to wash the car, they weren't accepting cards. So I needed to, I don't know what I'm writing here. I needed to take out the cash to pay them. Good thing the ATM didn't charge me the fee. I thought they were going to charge me, but they ended up not, which is really cool and really great benefit of having Capital One, because you can use almost any ATM and not have to pay a fee, specifically Allpoint. And this ATM at the car wash did not say Allpoint, but they still did not charge me that $3. So I'm so grateful for that. And then I made a cash withdrawal at the branch the same day because I need cash for this week's paycheck. I was going to share my thought about that because I think I might be changing the budget so we have more to pay towards debt, because we really have to pay down this debt so we have enough for these extra expenses, but we'll get there. So $1089.34 minus 25 brought us to $1064.34 minus $40 withdrawal, $1024.34, and then minus 125, $899.34. Let me make sure that's, yep. So that matches what I have on my online banking. We're starting with $899.34, but remember the budget was for $1,000 because that's the income that came in. So this plus this, the Amazon KDP, is what I'm going to be budgeting today. $1,000 plus $5.60 brings our budget to $1,005.60. So let's go on to the budget by paycheck worksheet. And let's start there. So the actual income is $1,005.60. $1,005.60 is going to be our expenses because we do a zero-based budget. Top priority, again, Proverbs 19:23, the fear of the Lord leads to life, so that one may sleep satisfied, untouched by evil. I'm not afraid of having to manage this money. The Lord gives me rest and peace. So I fear him, I have a reverence for him, and I'm going to continue to steward this money as well as I can. So for giving, I'm still going to budget or give $100 this week. Investing, again, is automatic. It's going to come out every single week, and I'm going to make that 2 look like a 2 instead of a funky backwards S. 2. That looks better. So then cash expenses. I did take out $125. How I'm going to allocate it, I hope this is the same. $25 going to the laundry envelope, $80 going to my 10K challenge, and $20 towards a scratch off. It might not be for Father's Day because I think I have enough in Father's Day. So we'll see. If you want to see me stuff some cash, check me out on Tasha's Money and Stuff. Bills/expenses, $300 is going towards the rent for June. And for debt, I believe it's going to be $200, the actual. But before I fill this in, nope. I don't know why I was thinking $200. It is $185. But the specific amount, I think, despite my meticulous nature, I am going to pay an exact $185. And why I said that little thing there, my meticulous nature, because if you've been here before, you would know that I wrote down all of the individual charges from December 2023 that I wanted to pay this week. And I would usually just add them up line by line until I hit close to the whatever I budgeted, $185, and just pay that, and then put the difference in either stays behind in my cushion or send it to the zero out challenge, something like that. But this week, I'm going to pay the entire $185. But I'm going to highlight the charges that it covers it just helps. It works for my brain that way. So I hope that makes sense what I'm about to do. So this is still $485. That didn't change, right, from what we planned. And then the plan for savings, household to get 30, which will still happen. We are going to have a little bit extra though because of that 560. So I'm thinking I will have something to put in the cushion either way, or I should put it towards next month's bills because we have new expenses that we have to get ahead of. I just really need to get ahead of it. And I may have to use, I know I'm skipping a little bit, I may have to use what is in next month's bills to help us with our budgets for next month. So I may be using some of our savings to help us with the new expenses. But if you stay tuned to see my June budget, you'll see what's going on and how it progresses. So here's what we're going to do for food. It's going to get $60 that we planned. Or should I leave anything? Well, we have a cushion already, so I don't think I'm going to add anything to the cushion. This is what we have right here on the calculator, $1,005.60 to work with. So we're going to subtract the $100, $50 that's going to come out. This cash already got pulled out, but I didn't pull it from here. Let's do that. 125, then 485. That leaves us with 245.60. If I take this 90, and then, okay, I do have the $5.60. So what I'll do is I'll put the 60 cents from that. I'll leave that behind in the cushion. So now we're at 90 and 60 cents, $90.60 for savings. And our purpose funds, that's not right. What the heck did I just do? 1,005.60 minus 100 minus 50 minus 125 minus 485 minus $90.60. Okay, so $50 is going into our transportation fund, and $105 is going into next month's bills. That brings this to $155 and nothing for other. Yeah. Okay, so we have a zero-based budget. So $1,005.60 for income, $1,005.60 for expenses. Nothing left to allocate, everything was done. Now for percentages, $100 divided into 1005.60 multiplied by 100 is 9.9%. Then savings, 9060 divided into 1,560, 9%. Okay, for savings. Nope. Let me erase that because I usually add the purpose funds on with the savings because these are savings. I'm just not using this money right away. So 9060 plus 155, that's 245.60 divided into 1,560. So that's 24.4% saved. Then investing, $50. Hi, baby girl. Multiplied by 100, and that's 4.9% investing because this is automatic. So all of that is now taken care of. We took the $1,005.60 and we used it. So I need to update this, and I'll probably just write something at the top of this page so I know how I ended the month of May because this is the last paycheck. So that $899.34, we're about to make money moves. We're going to move 100. That is going to move, but it hasn't moved yet, so I'm not going to write it in just yet. This already moved. This is about to move. 185 and 300, 45. $90 is about to move because 60 is still staying behind. So we're going to subtract 90, and then 155 is going to move. So that means we'll be left with $69.34 in our account as a cushion. That's what's left behind, which is good. It's fine. It's less than 100, but it's okay. At least there's something there. I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Lord, that there's still something left behind if we need to use it. So I'm going to just write here, today's date is the 30th. I'm closing out the paycheck early for good reasons. I'm hoping we get our income deposited early these days. So 532, so I'm going to put pay number 5MM for money moves, and that leaves our balance at $69.34. But again, we do have, oh yeah, we have the $50 that's going to come out. So our cushion is going to be kind of low. It's at $19.34. So like I mentioned, now I realize what I did. It is going to be $19.34 after the $50 for investing comes out Monday next week. But that's fine. And only because I had to take out $40 in cash that I wasn't planning on because I had to get the car washed. And I should pay that back from my transportation fund. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Let me make some money moves now. Let's send $100 to our giving. Success. Tithe got $100. Fidelity and Robinhood are going to take out their money automatically. Cash I've already pulled out. $300 is going aside for next month's rent. So let me make that money move now. Okay, success. $300 went over there. My debt. You gotta do the calculations. I am going to pay $185 like right now, but I need to do my highlighting first to know exactly what I'm doing. So let me get my highlighter out. Okay. So let's figure out. 185 is basically our extra debt snowball, if you want to call it that. 138.24 plus 12.99 plus 19.11. Let's see. Yeah, that's as close as we're gonna get right now based on, oh wait, I didn't do this. Hold on, let's see. 40 plus 138.24. That's 178. If I add the 12.99, I think that's going to be more. Okay. So basically, our 185 will cover this credit card charge from 12.6. This one from 12.8. That's it. Okay. Baby girl's having a poop over there. Okay. But we're still going to pay 185 because I've got to be more aggressive with this debt. I don't think I've been as aggressive as, I should be. I'm going to pay $185 right now on the credit card. So make a payment. Thanks for your payment. Your payment is on time and covers the minimum due. My available credit has been updated as of right now at this moment. Now, I am not sure because I can't watch the playback before I edit the video. I hope I included this amount in my income and expenses. And I was talking so much. And this is why I need to keep a list of what I need to do, because I'll start talking and forget something. Girl, I hope my numbers are right. So let's transfer $30 and see if I did all of this right. The 185 is not going to come out right away, but I'm hoping we end with the $69 that I said we should have. So let's transfer $30 into household. Success. Household got $30. Now I need to transfer $60 into our food category or food fund. Success. Food got $60. 60 cents is staying behind in the cushion. Transportation will also get some money, and we're going to send $50 to get to that category. If I could talk. Success. Transportation got $50. Now next month's bills is going to get $105. Success. Next month's bills has $105 now added to it. So something I haven't done before is go through what's in our purpose funds. Now, if you don't know, or in case maybe you just miss this part of how I manage the money for my family, anything I put into purpose funds is just adding to its balance in those categories. And when I check in for spending on the household credit card, I will pay back the credit card from those categories, right? And sometimes there's not enough money in those categories, so we end up pulling from other places. We could pull from our emergency fund, we could pull from a cushion we have in our joint brick and mortar account, or we could pull from the cushion in this operating account, or we just move money from anywhere, girl, anywhere we can to cover what we've been spending. And that's how I just like to manage it. In a perfect budgeting world, or with a perfect budgeting system, maybe not even perfect, but just a really good one, I would be able to pay all of our expenses that we charge, that we make, from whatever purpose fund where it fits. Wellness, next month's bills, food, clothing, it would come from there. So what I'm going to do is tell you right now, based today, after I've made these moves, how much is in each account. So maybe that would help clear things up when you're watching me, because I like to follow budgeting videos too. And if I'm unclear about something, and if I feel like the creator is going to be open enough to answer, if I ask the question, I'll ask. And I'm okay with it because I'm sharing this, with my internet folks. So in our household account or category, we have $79 right now after I've added that 30. I hope that's right, because sometimes Capital One doesn't update, but right now I'm seeing $79. In our food fund, we have $83 right now. In our miscellaneous fund, we have $35. In our next month's bills, we have $766. We also have an annual bills fund. We have $316 there. Our Christmas fund is really low. We have $120. Our clothing fund has $90. Our transportation fund has $64. Our wellness fund has $37. And that's it. We do have a zero out challenge. I have an actual account for that, but I haven't been contributing to it like consistently this year. But we have $18 in there. That's just there collecting a little interest. And then maybe at the end of the year, like I did last year, I'll use whatever is in there and put it towards like my IRA or something big, like towards a financial goal that would help us in the future. So that's how much we have in those accounts right now, not including the purpose funds I have in Ally Bank. I have gifts there and home and whatever, but maybe I'll do a separate video on that. I don't know. I'll think about it and see. Okay, I think that's everything. I think what I have to do now is close out the budget for the month. So I'll film a separate video for that, so I can walk through things step by step and take my time so I know what all of my numbers are, because I have to do it, and I want to make sure we hit our goals, make sure all of our bills were paid, and see if we hit any of these, to-dos for the month, any additional to-dos for the month. I don't think we did, but I'll check and see and film a separate video. So that is my 5th budget by Paycheck closeout for the month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're minding your money and managing it well. And please stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget to like, comment. Excuse me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you in the next one. Continue to mind your money, you guys. Manage it well and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now. Thanks so much for being here.